Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. Hope you are having a good time or have a good time planned. I've got my freedom sweatshirt here. So I'm all set. I'm all ready. I thought I would do just a little special messages from Spirit this week. In that light about the 1221 portal. So some of you are super excited for it, like myself, and others of you are a little afraid. Some of you may think that you need to be enlightened, and it's like, oh, I'm not there yet. I'm not enlightened yet. Or, oh, I'm not perfect yet. What? It's almost like Santa is going to check his naughty or nice list. And you're like, ooh, it could be on the naughty list. So it's really just kind of I'm looking at it as the universe's way of just kind of like testing the waters and just kind of seeing where humanity is at this point in time, because there is going to be a split that starts to happen. So I have a little message that I channeled at 5 o'clock this morning. Yes, I got up and I typed this. So I'm going to read this to you guys, and then we'll go from there as to further messages. I've got my little angel book in case any angels jump in, or any angel numbers jump in. And I already got 457, so I'm going to actually look at that first. 457. You're on the right path as far as the changes you're making in your life, and the angels are with you every step of the way. So you're never alone, you guys are never alone. And I think that that's probably the biggest fear there is, to not be understood and to feel alone. And many of you are feeling exactly those two things. So, but the only thing that ever causes suffering, if you've watched my channel long enough, is thinking. So thinking is the only thing that makes you either suffer or excited in any situation. So if you guys want some really great resources on the things I'm about to talk about, the messages from Spirit last week is really great. It gives a really good message about our current times, as well as giving some awesome resources at the end. A whole list of some really great channels that you could be watching that would be uplifting and truthful. Truthful. There are a lot of lies circulating right now. Okay. All right. So here's the message. Okay. Here's the big picture at this time to help guide you along this crazy journey we're on. Just remember, there is a spiritual war being waged right now. It's a fight for your very soul. And I'm not being exaggeratory here. I'm not exaggerating. It truly is. It really comes down to that. I mean, I've done tons of research. You guys have probably started to too, hopefully, or have maybe even done it longer than I have. But that is truly what it's coming down to right now in these times. Isn't that crazy? You must decide now, going through this 1221 portal, will you choose fear or love in your every thought? Like, which one is going to be like your default going forward? The path of love leads to free and sovereign human beings who are capable of compassion, kindness, harmony, and intuitive knowing. So in other words, it's like we are now. I mean, a lot of us have been programmed for many years and not known it, especially since like 1920. But generally speaking, we have the capability right now to enlighten. We have the capability to use our inner knowingness and our intuitive promptings as we're designed. But the path of fear leads to slavery, oppression, and will turn you into a cold, heartless zombie capable of anything your oppressors tell you to do without a thought of kindness or compassion towards others. Now, that is true, you guys. That is the road that the evildoers are trying to take us down, subtly and slowly, but surely. That's their objective. So if you want to try to figure out what the end is going to be, which way you go, I'm telling you. So which future are you assisting in co-creating at this time? What kind of food are you feeding your mind? What are you watching or listening to? Is it uplifting or is it fear-based? What type of people are in your environment? What do they talk about? Fear or upliftment and an inspiration? Togetherness or separateness? Love or fear? Making decisions based on your instincts or following the direction of others who pretend to be your authorities on what's best for you. Keep this in mind. In the game of good cop versus bad cop, they both work in cahoots to manipulate you, offering you some kind of relief if you cooperate. Ultimately, it is God, our Father, our solely and only true creator, that can and will guide and protect those who have faith. But you have to turn a deaf ear to any authority claiming to offer you safety or relief if you give your power away to them following their lead. Instead, I propose you remember your two greatest truths, well, three sort of, and assets, and guard them with your life. Okay, I'm about to list those things that you need to guard with your absolute life. Number one, your consciousness, which is cultivated in the present now moment with God, free of fear. This is also known as your relationship with God. This is you being who you truly are beyond the facades and illusions of thought and ego. In the presence of God, no harm can come to you, and you can manifest the life of your dreams. Number two, your holy vessel, which is completely capable of protecting and healing itself naturally without any outside aid or placebos. Your body is a walking miracle and actually needs germs. Are you guys understanding all this? You need germs in order to produce antibodies, gain strength, and evolve as a species. In other words, these other things are helping us devolve as a species. They're making us weaker. So in order to be stronger and evolve as human beings, as free and sovereign human beings, we need germs. We need to be exposed to these things. We need to for our bodies to become more strong and more capable. If anyone or any group convinces you otherwise, question their agenda and who could be benefiting from it. Anything man-made can't possibly compare to God's creation. You can heal yourself of anything through natural or even benevolent extraterrestrial means, but nothing by man. Men have motives. God or Spirit and Mother Earth supply all the answers you seek, no matter the problem. Number three, an open mind. Many truths are coming to the surface that will rattle you to your core. Open your heart and mind and pray to know the truth in all things. As a side note, suicide is saying to the universe that you are anti-life. You will be recycled, but as in reincarnation, you will be recycled through, your soul will recycle through, but where will you go that supports your anti-life beliefs? If you can imagine where that would be. Think about that. Instead, change your perspective and open your mind to all possibilities. From December 21st and a few days following, as we go through this portal, and I'm only going to do this tomorrow, this first part, join me in being silent within. If you can, cultivate that aliveness in the cells of your body. Notice the way God naturally and effortlessly breathes you and animates you. Appreciate being alive at this exciting time, warriors. Spend the day in meditation, happy, dancing, laughing, playing. Do Qigong, Reiki, or any other type of healing. Do not talk to anyone unless you know it'll go really well. Let it be a day of silence, inner contentment, gratitude, and self-love. If you must interact with others, give. Give freely, generously, and perform random acts of kindness. Put a smile on people's faces. Let go of resentment, worry, judgment, guilt, and the like. If something bothers you or brings you down, radically accept it, let it go, and turn it around as quickly as you can to bring yourself back into loving or joyful alignment and peace. You may or may not experience a shift in the physical, but this special opportunity will take you to your optimal timeline nonetheless if you do this. Then, as I was trying to fall back asleep, they said, choose freedom. You have no master but your own inner guidance system given to you by God itself. Use it or lose it. That's the main gist. Choose freedom. You and your divine guidance system that's been given to you by God, that's your master. Use it or lose it, or you become a slave to another master. Okay? And hopefully that's exciting to you guys, that you have this incredible opportunity, because it's taking everything up a notch. It's taking everything up a notch. And as I was reading that, Spirit also prompted me to share kind of a sweet thing that happened. I'm just trying to think of I got to be careful. Okay. So some divine feminine that I know is going to do something special for her masculine, and she checked with me before she did it. And I said, if you do it like that, he is going to, he's not going to accept what you're doing. He's going to reject it. Basically is what the cards were saying. He's going to reject it. But she did it anyway. And sure enough, she got the rejection. And then she comes back and she goes, you know what? She goes, I really believe in the cards now. I really believe that. I mean, she goes, you totally called that. And I said, well, let's look again if you try a different approach. And we did. And the cards looked like he had to get up the courage to accept what she was offering, but that he would do it, that he would be really proud of himself, and he would do it. He would take it. And he did. And that just renewed her faith, because, we watch those cards for so long with our loved ones because we're not in connection with them. But ultimately, the cards are right. The cards are right about how he feels about you. Okay. So if your masculine does not reach out to you at this time, just have complete faith in what the cards have said all along, and take this little experience that just happened with this feminine, a very, very tangible, real experience that she got to see for herself, that the cards are actually telling the truth. So that's one thing that Spirit wanted to say to you about this time, and about going through, just have faith in Spirit, you guys. Just have faith in Spirit. Have faith that you're being guided and you're being led at this time. Okay, so anything else you want to say about what I said in the channeled message? Yes. Peace. And not needing to be right. Like, just let it go. Just let it go. And not really care. Just, if somebody says, I told you so, you can be like, so? What does that mean? What does that even mean? And also, for those of you who are going to be on the other side of that, to not need to rub it in anybody's face, whether you were right first or they weren't, or whatever it is. Somebody came to see me yesterday, a guy friend, and he was super excited, and he kind of said a bunch of stuff that I knew was all lies. And I looked at him like, wow, because I've really respected him. I've looked up to him a lot. Like I've thought like But I just thought I thought he had it together. I thought he had it together. And then he says this, and I thought, oh, wow. So that just tells me everything I needed to know about the path that he chose, what he's listening to, who he's listening to, and that he doesn't even know it, but he's got blinders on completely, just has no idea what's really going on. Not even a clue. And I thought, wow, how could somebody go through all this craziness and not look underneath, not take a look at what else is going on? You know, isn't this weird enough that you guys would want to do some research and find out, okay, there's something suspicious is going on here. Something weird is happening. So I didn't put it in his face at all. And he was just very optimistic about next year. And I just encouraged that. I said, you know what, 2021 is going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be a year that a lot of things are, you know, come to light, and a lot of things are going to start turning around. So agree on the points that you can agree with. I mean, and when he saw that I didn't react the way he was expecting me to react, he was also kind of like, he stopped in his tracks. He goes, well, I mean, I don't know what your standpoint is. I don't know, like, where you're coming from. But he could tell that he you know, he could tell I opposed on some that I not opposed. I felt differently, you know, or I kind of, you know what I mean? Look for the common ground between you and other people who have an opposing belief or opinion or thoughts. Hi, love. Are you going to come say hi, honey? Yay. My little girl, come here, little sweetheart. Oh, she just had a little surgery. This is Nala. Hi, baby. Oh. Please don't scratch me. Thank you. So she's so cute because she's always got to be where I am. No, honey, please don't do that. Over there, please. Thank you. I'll be over at that table and I'll be doing my quick relationship spreads and stuff. And then she'll go over into the little cat house over there. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. She's got this big old cat tower, and she just goes and lays in there on the top and just waits for me to be done. She's very sweet, but she's always got to be where I am. Always. Whatever room I'm in, even the bathroom, she's got to be in there. So she's my little sidekick. All right. So was that all that you guys had to say about that? Yes. They said tolerance. I don't know why she's being so insistent on scratching the couch today. You're being a bad example, Nala. Doesn't usually do that. So, yeah. So basically the gist is tolerance and acceptance of one another. And don't try to, I told you so. Don't do any of that stuff, guys, because it's just not going to help. It's just going to create more like opposition and hurt. And the last thing we need right now is hurt. And they just said, don't be so quick to judge, because you could be in the other person's shoes quicker than you know. And then you're going to understand. Oh, by the way, that little stocking in the background. Oh, awesome. That little stocking in the background, somebody made that for me when I was a kid. I still have it. It's got a little Christmas tree and I think a star and a horse, of course. Actually, it's Princess. It was it's my horse that I had when I was little, that I was given to at Christmas, or that I was given her at Christmas. I actually went in, it was a cute story. I'm not going to go into right now, but I went into this stall. It was snowing and my dad was like, oh, I'll take you out for a horse riding lesson today. And I was like, really? Oh my gosh, on Christmas? Oh, I'm so lucky. I was excited just to be able to ride my horse, or the horse that I used to ride, Sun Saber. And when I got there, they said, well, why don't you go? And Sun Saber was always Saber was always in his stall. And Kanoe, if you're watching this, wasn't that fun? Those days. Anyway, and Brandon apparently knows about that too, if you're watching. He remembers a lot more than I thought he would. So Saber was always back in his stall, in the same stall. So they kind of tricked me and they were like, well, go get Saber for your lesson. And I went back there, and this little horse that I'd fallen in love with like 2 years prior when she was a baby, they had taken note that I loved her, and they got me her for like $500. My trainer gave him an incredible deal because anyway. So I went back there, and she had this big red velvet bow around her neck, and I just started crying. I went in and I hugged her, and I was like, oh my God, it's my little princess. So that was very special. One of my favorite Christmases ever. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yay. What a great card to represent the 21st portal. Okay. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So, okay, they just totally verified everything that I just said in that channeled message. So accept the gifts bestowed on you tomorrow or whenever you watch this on the 21st, today, if it's the 21st. Because you are going to be showered. Everything's going to be brought up a level. If you're so far down that you're in hatred and anger and revenge and all that ugly stuff, I don't know if you're going to make it through this portal. You got to at least be willing to forgive, willing to accept. You got to have a degree of open-mindedness to be able to make it through this portal. Those that are just outright evil and don't have any compassion or any kindness, they could perish. They could perish at this time. Over like between the window between like the 21st and 25th-ish. And then we're getting a big reward like around Christmas, maybe even on Christmas. You guys, things are really about to, no matter how things look in the next week or so, things are about to get real. But just know everything's going to be okay. Okay. And if you need to come to me for comfort, if you need to come to me to find out, like what are some resources I can look at? I know you've mentioned resources a lot, but I wasn't paying attention or whatever. And you're scrambling around at the last minute going, oh my God, if you start getting afraid, reach out to me and I'm going to give you a list of resources to start taking a look at and some videos to watch and some things that'll help reassure you and help you get through this time. But some very exciting things are going to be revealed as well. Open mind. Just watch my intro message over and over and over until you really get what I'm saying. Because I tried to really go deep to the deep, how I get to the point. So this is the point. Hold on to your soul, guys. Hold on to your soul. Hold on to your consciousness by anchoring it in on the 21st. Anchor your consciousness in. If you can awaken. But if you can just be at peace, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome because you're going to be given new psychic experiences. You're going to be given more aid. Those who are kind-hearted, good-hearted, open-hearted people are going to get aid at this time, okay? You're going to get help. Oh, remember how I said after that, I said, you guys believe the cards and what they've been saying all along, and then I turned it into love, from the psychic experience into love? So did they. The angel of marriage is assisting you right now. Okay, so they are trying to bring together the power couples for the new earth. They're trying to bring everyone together to make the impact, even if it's just for them to be in love, just them being in love and being together and smiling in each other's presence, holding each other, kissing and hugging and all that good stuff. All of that is to help raise the vibration of the planet. It's to help assist at this time. And it's also to help encourage and inspire going into the new earth. So it's a lot of you guys who are watching this is your divine life purpose. That's why you were drawn to me, because my specialty is love. And I felt like some of you, like, this is also why was told that I'd be working with celebrities as well, or celebrity counterparts, is because like if you think you're crazy already with this crazy journey, just being a twin flame, try adding somebody that's like untouchable, that they're in their own world, they're in their own bubble, they only date their own kind. They are programmed. They have like all kinds of shit to deal with that you guys wouldn't even believe. They're not, they're just, it's, you can imagine, you can imagine it's even harder. It's even harder, you guys. So yeah, they need somewhere to go, and they can come to me, and they are coming to me, for comfort and for reassurance at this time. Okay. Celeste, how funny. So I'm laughing because Celeste is my higher self, but she is also the ambassador for a council of like 30 beings, that are just kind of a compilation. They're a combination of a lot of different beings and things. Not that that even matters, but I'm just saying, Celeste says, a happy move to a new home or place of employment's in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. So some of you may be a little worried about making a decision about your career. Maybe it's going to be, a lot of you are coming to me about career shifts. And I've been giving you guys my vote of confidence. So whatever this move is, whether you're moving to a new location or you're being inspired in that direction, it's divine guidance. And especially during this portal, it's going to be helping you feel more confident and optimistic about making that change for a new life. So they're assuring you it's going to be a positive new change, not a negative one. So they said, listen to your gut, listen to your instincts, and go with what you know. Go with oh, what was that? Okay, hang on. Okay, so I was talking to this guy yesterday, and he says, well, I can take this job that's going to make me a ton of money, but I don't necessarily love what I'm doing, and I really don't like the people that I work with. And I said, okay, the time for that has come to an end. Like that's no more. That's a thing of the past. That's old thinking. That's egoic thinking. That's like something that was programmed into us a long time ago. No. I said, you choose happy, only happy. And surround yourself with happy, because if you're not happy, then nothing's worth anything. You know, happiness is everything. Everything that I do in my life, I'm really happy about it. If I'm not, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't want to live somewhere I'm not happy. I don't want to be having animals in my environment that if they're not making me happy, or if we're not happy, or, you know, it's like everything needs to be about you being happy. You create your happiness. You know, even in those types of circumstances. But if it's difficult to find your happy in that circumstance, hell no, don't choose that. The guy started laughing, you know, and he was just like, you're right. You're totally right. Money does not make you happy. You know, none of that superficial stuff is going to make you happy. I mean, you can try to go down that road for a while, but then you're going to find yourself absolutely miserable time and time again. You're going to go to those superficial parties. You're going to have those superficial friends. You're going to have those superficial conversations. And you're going to be bored as hell, really unhappy, and have to take drugs or do all kinds of other things to try to get that happy going. But if you would just make decisions, choosing happiness in every moment, what brings me joy, what makes me actually truly happy, then you're going to be much happier. So make your life all about making decisions for the happy, for the happier, to be happy. Okay. Don't make decisions based on money or even security or even like because of fear. I mean, I hear so many horror stories right now of people doing things to feel safe. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. And like, if you're doing it because you're feeling inspired and excited about an idea, that just happens to also make you feel safe, then that's awesome. Like if you guys want to go live off the grid somewhere and raise your own, make your own garden and grow your own gardens and have these communities and all these things, like if that's an inspired and exciting an idea for you, then that's a totally different thing. You know, you know what I mean? You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are being watched over by angels. A lot of animals are helping from the other side. A lot of them. And those who've even recently passed away, just know that they're reassuring you that there's nothing to feel guilty about, and they were supposed to go to the other side at this time because they had a mission. So if your pet just recently passed away, they would, or person actually for that matter, or child, a lot of people are being called to the other side to go help with the army on the other side, the angelic army. So everything is supposed to be. Oh, this is funny because this card fell to the floor earlier and I was like, oh, I love that card. But then I didn't pick it up. I just shuffled. I threw it back in and shuffled it and it came back out again. That it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. It is a massive time for change right now, but it's also a massive time for authentic new beginnings that are more real to you. Come here, baby. Come here. So yeah, this is a new time. We're coming into a new time for you. Lots and lots of change is being born of this. So go with your gut, go with your instincts, and go where you're divinely led. No judgments. First light, beginning a new cycle. The 21st is the beginning. It's fall and winter, they said. It's fall and winter, so you're dropping your leaves. You're dropping, there's a death cycle. Things are dropping off so that new things can be born. Okay. Passion and pleasure, savor your life. Have that joy, be dancing, you're so happy with the decisions that you're making. If you have to go from riches to rags and that makes you happy, congratulations. Because the thing that puts certain people up on a pedestal in life and makes other people look like they're crazy has all been programmed by design for a long time. So it's almost like you got to drop everything you've ever learned. You got to drop every belief you've ever had, everything that you've ever been told about people, about things, about everything. Question everything, because you're about to learn, if you don't know already, that a lot of it was programmed. A lot of it was mind control. Mind control is a really like a weird way to put it, but yeah, people who've been studying psychology for a very, 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 very long time have slowly integrated their way of seeing things, or the way that they wanted us to behave today. They've been trying to get our society to go that direction for like a really long time, and it's succeeded. I would say they've had a degree of success right now, but they underestimated the power of those who love freedom. Miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. Expect miracles at this time, guys. It's going to be just amazing what starts to unfold for us. Begin now, take your first step. So this portal truly feels like a portal, like you're walking through a gate into a new world, into a new land. It makes me think of, and like I said in the channeling, you may or may not even realize that you've switched timelines. Do you guys remember my dream I told you about, where I was at a party, they were at a dip or something, so I went to get refried beans out of the pantry. I go to reach for the can on the shelf and I disappeared. And all of a sudden I was in a meadow out in the middle of nowhere, nobody around, nothing. And I turned around, I looked for the can in my hand. There was no can. There was nobody. anywhere, just woods and a meadow. And I remember going, I got to find some people. I guess I got to start looking for some people. There got to be other people like me who landed here somehow. And we all got to draw together. We all have to find each other. So that was incredible. And trust me, you guys, Qigong masters can walk through walls. Qigong masters can take sulfites out of wine and drink it and have no ill effect and have no, they can take something they're allergic to. They can get stung by a bee and not have any effect. Miracles are possible. Wow, begin a new cycle. Again, we got the same card again. Okay. So now we're going to look at some romance cards. I know this is different than I usually do, but I just go with what they tell me to do each time. So as you know, I like to wing it. True love is coming, you guys. And it might just sneak up on you. He might just come up behind you like this and you just faint in his arms. I'm so happy to see him. And that little Cupid's like, whew, we finally got them together. Jeez, that was hard. We had to work double and triple time very soon. Oh my gosh. And she's in that same position. I didn't know you were there. Oh. You have to clearly decide what you want so it comes to you now. Clearly decide. New love is coming. New love is coming in for you guys. Wow. Oh, they said one more. Oh, okay. Well, that's a doozy of one. So let me get a clarifier. Oh, all right. I got it. Okay. That's a power pack message if I ever saw one. That karmic that you no longer love, that's unrequited love, pay attention, watch out for them and release them all together. It's time to say goodbye permanently, to really close the chapter permanently, block them, unfollow them. Don't talk to them anymore. Don't give in to their demands anymore. Do not give in to their tyranny. Do not give, if you have said no, time to clear your energy. They want me to do a blessing on it as well to help with that. Yeah. But watch out for them. If you keep them going, it's going to keep the door open for them to cause trouble for you and your love, is what they said. So make sure that it's a firm no, and the door is slammed, bolted shut, never to be opened again. Just never to be opened again. They said don't draw it out. Don't draw it out. There is no nice way to break something off with someone. There's amicable solutions and things that you can come up with if you are married to the person or have children, or if you're going through a divorce and it's really complicated. There's a way to amicably work out a win-win. But if someone is outright just being completely selfish, wanting something for themselves, and they're not being considerate of you, they're just being basically bullies, and they're not taking no for an answer, then you really gotta put a firm, be firm about it. I've had a number of stalkers through my life, and they and narcissists, those that are just completely me, always being attention whores, men or women. Always me, look at me. If I'm not getting attention, I need it now. I need to do something even more drastic. I need to date somebody even bigger. I need to do whatever that is. If they're doing that type of nonsense. Yeah, it's time. You have to be very blunt. You have to be very, I said no. And no doesn't mean maybe, it means absolutely not. No way in hell. So you got to be that direct. You can't be all nicey. You can't try to salvage anything there, because those types of people will only use you and abuse you further. You give them an inch and they'll take a mile. You've heard that before, right? Those are the kinds of people who do that. Okay. Watch your thoughts. at this time and through this portal. Watch your thoughts. Oh, they're saying the portal's helping you break those unhealthy attachments to the exes. They're going to help with that. It's important to only think about what you desire and what you want to have happen rather than what you fear. Okay? It's contemplation time. Spend time alone. Like I said, alone in silence is what I'm going to do. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. I mean, this is just absolute perfect guidance for the 21st. If you're with your love on the 21st, that's an awesome energy to be in. That's okay. Otherwise, just be working on healing your heart, you know. But whatever happens on the 21st, make sure you guys are in a positive energy is basically the gist. Let yourself receive because you're about to. Open yourself up to receive. Did you guys hear that? Wow, that was awesome. I said, let yourself receive, and the wind went whoosh. Like it's going to be bringing in a lot of happy new changes. Okay. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world now. So this is helping you really step into your power, this portal. And I just did a video on stepping into your power if you want to see what that means. It's basically just follow your joy. Follow your joy. And do what Spirit is trying to get you to do, whatever that is. Increased support. I just said if you are a light worker or if you are really, a good, kind-hearted person, you're getting increased support at this time. So that just verifies that. Socialize and join in with like-minded people. And I feel like you're being pointed to, like if you've been hearing about a group meditation that day, join in on that. Join others in being inspired and feeling excited about this new life we're creating, this new earth we're creating. Wow. I soar into excellence, exceeding expectations. It's going to be better than you could ever have imagined or that you've been fearing. But you have to take action when you get prompted. I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. Now, this person is not holding back. This person is not worrying or overthinking. This person said, Spirit told me to go and I'm going. Nah, they're like totally taking a leap of faith across that river and they know they can do it. Share of yourself. I'm an incredibly generous being. Remember I said, if you have to be around people, do give. I had to be around people yesterday. I gave a lot everywhere that I went. And it was really cute because I forgot my iPhone cord. I shouldn't even have an iPhone. I'm like, maybe I'll go to a flip phone, but we're going to be all right. But anyway, I have an iPhone and I didn't bring my cord. So I had to go back to my car to go get it. And there was a guy outside of the lighthouse that I didn't even notice. I didn't even see. He was like, I don't know if he was holding up a sign or something. He may have been advertising for a business nearby. I don't know what he was doing, but I went right by him and went to my car, went and got my cord and came back. And when I was almost back to the lighthouse, he said, he saw the cord in my hand and he goes, hey, I've got a cord for you. You could have just asked me and I could have saved you the trip. I was like, that's a really good point. We are so independent minded. We don't even think of leaning on anybody else. It is just like, if we all put our resources together, we all have something to share with one another or give to one another. If you have, an abundance of something, then you could easily share that with someone else. So I think we're coming into a time of bartering or just, just thinking, just embrace the future and lean on one another for support. Lean on one another for support in every way, shape, and form. Nobody should feel alone. We're all in this together, you guys. We all got to pull together. We have to protect one another. We have to be there for each other. If somebody is trying to keep their business open right now, give all your business to them. If they're brave enough to go against these tyrants and have their businesses open, support them. Only shop there. Don't go to these places that are requiring a stupid laser to see if you have a fever. Who goes to get their hair cut and with a fever. Like, that's ridiculous. All you would need to do is put a sign on the door. If you're really paranoid about it, if you have a fever, please go home. I mean, it's just kind of common sense. You guys. Help each other out. Don't tell on each other. Help each other. Don't see through others. See others through, okay? Embrace your future. I step into the future with an open mind and an open heart. And look at that's a portal. She's walking through a portal into like a land of milk and honey, into a really happy, beautiful place. She looks like she's going to that place that I saw. So, I don't know, maybe you'll join me over there, huh? Starting fresh, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. None of this has been like anything fearful. So if you're staying in this good vibration through this portal, these are the types of energies that you're drawing in right now. Your love is coming for you. The angel of marriage is helping you. Abundance is coming. New psychic experiences, a new move, a new opportunity, possibly a new job opportunity. Flying free. I unfurl my wings and I fly. Freedom, right? And she's flying on a dove. That represents peace. And peace is something Spirit was accentuating earlier too. Be in a place of peace. You're manifesting your dreams. My dreams are coming true. And I said that too. I said your dreams are coming true if you're going to be in this energy through the portal. I mean, this is why you guys have to listen to Spirit. Because they're just reiterating everything that I said in that channeled message in the beginning. Watch that message in the beginning over and over and over. If it didn't sit, if you just kind of said, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's great, or oh yeah, I kind of catch the gist or whatever, go back and listen to it again. It just feels like there's energy of it that's going to, it's planted a seed and it's going to be growing within you if you allow it. Honor and trust your feelings and your gut. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding, and protecting me as I listen to and act upon my feelings and my intuition. Help me understand and express my emotions with love. A favorable outcome. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith, because God will reward those who have faith in love. Decide to be happy now on this portal. Decide happy. They don't say decide to have money, decide to be popular, decide to, decide to be happy. This is confirmation. If that guy is watching from yesterday who was in that reading with me, this is your confirmation. Decide to be happy. Who cares about the money if you're miserable? Pay attention to your dreams at this time as well. What does that say? I can't tell what's on his shield. Can you? Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand whatever this is on a spiritual level and give me guidance. Okay, so I have, I want to share with you guys what I've been doing for a few nights. And it's really been lovely. At first, I was listening to live Christmas music with a fireplace crackling, because I just love fires. So there's this fireplace, and I got it blown up on my screen, and it was playing this Christmas music. So I would just listen to that. I have a Jesus candle that I have lit, and so I had the little Jesus candle, and I would just put on this Christmas music, and I'd watch the fire, and I would just pretend to be there with my love, and just watching the fire or whatever, and was just kind of basking in that enjoyment of the moment. And it's such a great way to go to sleep. And I would do it for a few minutes, and sometimes the few minutes would turn into an hour, of daydreaming and, just thanking God for all that is to come and all of this wonderful stuff. And then I turned it and I started to mute the Christmas music last night, and I put on Ashana. It's Ashana. It is so beautiful, and it has such a great vibration. So whatever, if you guys want to comment beneath the video with any kind of anything somebody could find on Spotify and listen to you on there. Ashana is on Spotify. Whatever lifts your spirits or makes you feel like angels have filled the room and that you will be fine, everything will be fine. Anything like that just really raises your vibration when you listen to it, you get chills and you just like, if you can just do that and light a candle and watch a fire crackling while the fire was crackling, and I even closed my eyes to listen to that music coming through. But when you open your eyes to see that fire crackling is really beautiful too. So it's just kind of nice to have both. But if you could do something lovely like that for yourself before you go to bed for a little bit through these next few days, it can really set the tone for your sleep, give you a really good sleep. And it's a really great manifestation tool, something we're capable of now. Since we still do have consciousness as human beings. They haven't taken it from us, nor do I believe that they will succeed unless you guys choose the fear timeline. But those of us who are free, we still have our consciousness, and we can still, and we're going to have our eternal love. Aww. So help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. Anyway, so try to set the tone for your night and for your day for the next few days, and just focus on energy healing work. Focus on the love that surrounds you. Be gentle with yourself. It says, take your time making this decision. So I'm trying to feel into what that would be. Can you guys explain what that is? Making the effort. So if some of the masculines who are watching this now, they're saying, go when you feel intuitively inspired. That's when you make your move. That's when you reach out. And it could be a phone call. It could be Zoom. It could be a visit. You don't have to be particular. If you're proposing, because I just looked at Michael on his knee, if you're proposing, like don't worry about the particulars. Don't worry about the particulars. You just be unstoppable. They just said, just be unstoppable. And don't back down, and don't back out. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So you don't have to be completely void of anger and upset. You know what I mean? You could still have negative emotions when you're going to go be with your person. But you're opening up to a greater love. You're opening up to receiving that higher level of love that's going to then help heal both of you. Both of you are going to come into it with your triggers. And part of your purpose together might be to have children as well. So ultimately, they're wanting me to do a blessing on all of this and everything that I've talked about so far, as well as knowing that you are protected from all types of harm, and know that the worst is now behind you. So you can relax and feel safe now, you guys. Everything's going to be okay. It's just something that's playing out. The end is going to be good if you're choosing love. And you don't have to be perfect in choosing love. You just have to choose love. Just want to feel love. Just have that open heart and the open mind enough to be willing to love again. Be willing to love again. Be willing to love others and look past their, ignorance and stupidity or whatever it is that you've judged them for. Just, look past it. Find the compassion within you. See everyone else as a reflection of yourself. That is, if you're getting triggered by someone else, just see what it is inside of you that is being triggered. That's just simply taking personal responsibility. Don't blame anybody else for you being upset or about anything. Know that anything you're upset about is just your ego, and it's just you making it up and making yourself suffer, and needlessly. They also just said your worries are unnecessary. So any of you who've been worrying about either making that next step into your new life or whether your dreams are really actually going to come true or any of that, if you've been worrying, stop the worrying, at least for a few days. Just put it aside. Just be quiet, be in a walking meditation for a few days. And a lot of things will come to the surface and come to light for you and help you feel more confident that these words that I'm saying are not just fluff, that it's true. You will be manifesting your dream life coming up. Just have faith and believe in love. And I'm not talking just in romantic love. I'm just choose love. Choose to treat people in a loving way. Choose to treat yourself gently and in a loving way. Love yourself. Place your hand on your heart. You can do that every night too. If you don't want to do the fireplace thing with the Ashana music, put your hand on your heart. I love you. I love you. I really love you no matter what you do, what you've done, where you are, where you've been, the choices that you've made that are just, like you can't believe you made those choices, the ways that you failed animals, the way that you have failed friends, the way that you have failed your parents, the way you have failed society, anything you've ever been through that you give yourself a hard time about or feel bad about at all. I love you anyway. I love you so much that my love is just unshakable. There's no way I could stop loving you. I love you so much. You're talking to your own heart. Please forgive me for what I've put you through. Forgive me for putting you last. Forgive me for not protecting you. Forgive me for not listening in times when you were screaming. Forgive me for trying to numb out, using drugs or alcohol or whatever. Forgive me for judging when I did. Just spend some time just giving yourself a lot of TLC and love. Take some salt baths. Watch your kittens. Follow your kittens around. Oh my gosh, that is so much fun, you guys. I'm about to post on Instagram some fun that was that my bedroom has become like a like a playground, a kitten playground. And sometimes I just follow them around and see what they'll do. I mean, it's fascinating just to watch life sometimes. Watch people, watch animals. They're there to help us to heal. I'm teaching my cats how to heal. They can help me do my healing. Maybe when I'm in my sessions in the future, when I'm Zooming with some of you, they'll be on the couch behind me or wherever I am, and they'll be assisting. They're natural at it. Cats especially. Dogs, not so much. They're more like physical protectors, but psychic protectors and energy workers. The cats are frequently already doing that. I can't tell you how many sessions I've been in with you guys, and the animals are paying attention. They're just leaning in like this. Oh, is that how that's done? Is that how, oh, that's so much easier than I was doing it. Like they were already helping the people, but they just didn't know what to do with the energy or where to put it or what, you know what I mean? And I'll point out things to them. So I've trained animals how to do energy work on their people for a while now, but it's going to be really cool to train mine. So anyway, anything else you guys? Oh, the blessing. Okay. This is also going to help free you from exes. Sever those cords once and for all. Shut the door. Cleanse your environment and your home from evil spirits or anything trying to mess with you psychically during this time. Also, if you're trying to go see your loved one or make that effort toward that person, it's going to give you courage. It's going to give you resolve. It's going to get you past all of the limiting feelings like guilt and regret and if you have to make an apology, it's just going to help you to feel like you can do that. Help give you an epiphany or an idea that makes it easier for you. Because sometimes we have to trick ourselves and we have to trick our minds in order to cooperate with us. And that's okay. And that's okay as long as it's a healthy thing you're trying to trick yourself to do. All right. Hamama henai la hen shaking se. Halaina pomamaina, haikena inate, halashikin pomama maena, shikin sela, hapomama maina kina tais, sikin shin sansena, Hala he na epa ma ama e. Ha he ishin se kipin. Hope mama hama anata likiti nata isan she se na e. Hope mama ma ke nata ishins. Sasa he ke na e papa mama ma he na e. Hama mama he she sin sa se e lakiti insa. Sasa he hishu hinsa papa mama e. Na take in a ha a palma a kishinsi. Hapa pumama like de tina tatai na tai. She sen sample mama kin kaina. Hala pumama and mama na te. Hushin sen sa papama e na ki ishan. Hat san se la na tai. They're also saying if you're holding back on a particular truth, it's time to let that go. Absolutely time to let it out of your mouth and speak your truth. Do not hold back any longer. I had somebody say the other day, I've lived such a lie. I lie to everybody. When I'm getting to know them, I lie to everybody. Like I don't tell them the truth. I just tell them what I just said, wait a minute, let's look at this. Because if you lie to someone when you're trying to get to know them and you're putting your best foot forward, you're actually not fooling them in the first place. They already know on some level. Number two, you don't actually know what the best foot forward really is because you don't know the other person deeply and intimately enough to know what they would actually want to hear. And maybe the truth is the actual thing they would want to hear, and you give them the lie and they're like, ugh, it's kind of a turnoff for them. So it's like you cannot choose for another person what they would want to hear or need to hear anyway. You just can't do that. You think that you can trick life like that. It doesn't work out like that. So, and besides, then you're incredibly insecure in that relationship with that person because you think that they love the facade that you've put out. You think that they love you for all the performance you've put on. Whereas if you go into a relationship and I encourage you guys to go into it just being your complete selves, being a fool, being an idiot, saying, I'm so embarrassed. I feel so insecure. I feel like, go ahead and admit things, say things like they are. I had an addiction to prescription drugs or something, whatever it is that you have to admit to or say, or if they say, what, have you been on a dating app long? Yes, I have. I've dated 20 people and I've had sex with 3 to 5 of them, be honest, because somebody is going to love you for who you are. And you don't want to waste a bunch of time trying to squeeze that square peg into a round hole for years, even holding on to a total fake foundation with somebody that's not even true. And it's not even the authentic real you. It's a big old bubble that needs to get burst. So admit your truths to people and just admit it. Just admit it like it is. Just say it like it is, admit it like it is, and you'll get rid of the wrong people a lot faster. You're gonna not waste a bunch of time. You're gonna really cut to the chase, and you're going to feel loved authentically for who you truly are because you've shown your true colors. You've shown them the peacock colors, and you're like, this is who I am. What do you think? And if they love you for that, you're good. So I'm not saying put it all out there at once necessarily, but always be honest. Whatever they ask you, always be honest. That's the only way to go. And like I've said many, many times, we are coming into a time when you're going to see right through any lies anyway. It's all going to be telepathic. It's that people will be able to read your mind and everything. So don't even bother to fool anybody, you guys. I'm just saying that because it just came up and there's, everything is synchronistic in that way. You're exactly where you need to be in unknown territory. So just be the space for that right now. Be present and one with God as you explore this uncharted territories, and just know that you're in the right hands. Lie back, rest, and relax and get grounded on the 21st through this portal. Know that God's got this and that miracles are possible. Not only possible, that they're to be expected, okay? All right, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for this time. I appreciate you. If you need me, reach out to me to share resources or to get a reading. To get a reading, you just go to amysatori.com/services. And it explains everything that I do. You basically just order 20 minutes or 45 minutes, and I do all of my services that I do in my live. I have a new introductory video on my channel on YouTube. You guys could watch that. It talks about all my different capabilities, the things that I'm able to do. So if you go to Amy Satori, click on the pink lotus, and go to I have a new like banner and a new introductory video. Like I said, I'm also on YouTube, UGE tube, and brand new tube. So you can check me out there as well. Obviously, I'm on Patreon as well. You can join me there as well. I'm about to go do my bonus message for December. So you guys can look forward to having that over on Patreon if you join me over there. I also have public videos on Patreon that you could watch as well. So, and you can always get that information, the most current information beneath these videos that I put out. I try to keep them up to date as much as possible. So have yourselves a lovely and happy portal, and report back, please, any miracles that happen or any beautiful things that happen through these next few days, because I just love being inspired. I love sharing inspirational things and stories and unions and all of that wonderful stuff. So, and I share it on my Instagram, many of your stories to help others also uplift them and uplift their spirits. So know that I'm thinking of you, and I'm also sending prayers and blessings to you guys over here on my end. And yeah, guess we'll see you on the other side. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. You can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.